A victor here in September of 2006 was our point leader.
And these two guys, as these two guys are running side by side, these first three are really.
Oh, there he goes again.
Jeff's going to
get up now.
It's going to get ugly right here.
And that's opened it up for A.J. Allmendinger, who slides by and will move into the top 5 for the first time.
And that's exactly what happens. It opens up the door for these guys behind you to catch up, but those guys in front of you are gone. And I don't know if you guys remember at Martinsville, what was it, last year, where Jeff said, why is this guy racing me this hard?
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the big comments. That was some hard racing right there.
It's hard to find drivers on the track that don't have a history with one another. Talked a lot today in our countdown to green about retaliation. A number of folks left Sonoma a week ago disappointed. As of yet, nothing really panning out, although Montoya and Gordon did have a nice little battle a moment ago. And now Montoya slides up.
This should be good right here.
Oh!
Oh, that could be a cut left rear.
That was good.
Under there, inside the 2. 24 inside.
The splitter on these cars can be a big-time weapon when you talk about cutting down someone's tires.
Look. I mean, they're going right back at each other.
Okay.
40 laps to go in Loudon, New Hampshire, and we watched the battle from 12th on back. Montoya 6th at the restart a moment ago, but he's been free-falling and he's been getting physical, Wally.
Yeah, he's pretty much bounced off of everybody that's even come up to him. I'm really surprised nobody's turned him yet, but he's got a lot of damage on the front of his car. You see, this was from earlier, and I think this really messed up his splitter here, Kyle, because there's some damage on his right front. And if you look at the splitter now, which you were pointing out earlier, it's way up in the air on one side.
It's way up on the right side, out here next to the wall. Right there, you see how bad his foot, and it looks like when he got into the 33, it just jacked it up on the rear tire. Matt?
KP, they're hoping for a caution with so few cars in the lead lap. They'd like to get a new set of tires on there and fix that wicked loose, and also now adjust the cosmetic damage that they got to that front splitter, because aerodynamically that car is just awful.
Yeah, there's no doubt that's hurting him. There's no doubt that's hurting the car. At the same time, you know, he was racing the 24 car. He and the 24 got together. 2 cars got by him. Then he and the 33 are racing. They get together, and 3 more cars get by him. So, I mean, he's losing lots of ground right here for a car that was as fast as he was. And he's got this pack backed up.
Yeah, he's got everybody stacked up. He's got 15 cars behind him that he's holding up right now.
Tony Stewart a little off sequence as far as pit cycle was concerned because of a fueling issue on their first stop of the day.
But Tony is coming, because we saw just a minute ago the 5 car and the 17 car and the 47 right on the 42. Tony has driven around those guys and driven his way up to the 42 now, and Tony's not going to have much patience for him right here. I can tell you, not at this point in time, because now Tony's back in the race. And you hit that bank. Oh,
trouble. Montoya goes around.
When you go in and hit that bank, it just kind of unloads the car. Let's see who ended up getting Montoya. Somebody had to have, because he had made a lot of people mad by that point in time.
Third caution of the day.
Either that or the left rear finally did go.
Yeah, it could have. That's a good point. That's a good point, because he'd already been into the left rear with the 24 car earlier. That's a hard hit right there. You see how the thing is all.
19 to go, and we see what happened. Racing with Reed Sorensen.
Oh, Sorensen just. You see the wheels cocked pretty hard to the right.
Wow, that's a hard hit right there, too.
Montoya ought to be happy about this.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about this. He's not going to be happy about this because Montoya was a lead lap car in the race, and the 83 car of Reed Sorensen was down. And Reed just goes in, and the car, same thing that Montoya had done to the other ones, and we just talked about Junior. You go across that flat, the car kind of unloads itself a little bit. You have to chase it up the racetrack, and Montoya is so close, they're just into each other.
Good to see Montoya out of the car. As Kyle pointed out, it was a hard hit. Third caution of the day, the first one for an incident on track. We did have debris for our first caution. That one coming out at lap 36. Another one at lap 240 when Casey Kane littered all the oil down the back straightaway, losing his engine. This is 5 laps before we actually got the contact that brought out the caution.
Yeah, and they just come off and get together right there, you know, and you know, so obviously, when we finally see the wreck happening, these guys have been racing side by side for 4 or 5 laps. If this was 5 laps prior, and you know, this is when you're Montoya, and look, we've all been lap cars, and but when you get to this point, this is the worst. This is just aggravates you know what out of you, to be honest with you, because here's a lap car. Get out of my way and let me race these guys.
I'm going to go a little step further on this thing. To me, that looked like a payback.
Yeah, it could have been.
If you want to look at it again, if you want to roll it again, you look how that left front wheel turned hard to the right. That didn't look to me like he was saving a race car. That looked like he was wrecking a race car.
That could have been. That could have been.
Any idea?
No, you know, we got together with the 24 racing for position. He was running around my door, and I got really loose. And we ended up tangled a little bit at the splitter rolled up, and I was really tight, just trying to stay on the lead lap. We got a caution, and you know, it's a shame when somebody a lap down and an ex-team may come and do that to you, but not surprised.
Did he have anything against you think? Was it payback?
That I'm aware
Trouble
now,
on the
but
track, Marty.
I don't know. You know how racing is.
Jeff